Hey y'all, welcome to Messy Missy Creates. This is Melissa. This is kind of a hard video to come back to. I have been away for about a week, and I would say that I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna work in my journal. I doubt I actually do a page. I'm gonna probably just chat and cut out pictures with you. Most of you know what has been going on. If you're on my Facebook page, you do. Anyway, my father-in-law passed away on Father's Day, and so today is Saturday following Father's Day. We just said goodbye to all the family, and that came in from out of town. And so anyway, I wanted to I printed up a few pictures. I still have more, and I don't know. I did not write my dates on the back of the, some of them I know the dates, so I'm going to start here, because why not start with a meme? And I had found this one somewhere along the way, and it said, it's been a rough week so far, but on a positive note, I didn't need any bail money, and I didn't have to hide any bodies. And the hairdo and the whatever, you know, I just thought that was kind of appropriate. I don't know which day I'm going to put it on. Maybe today. Because it has been a rough week. It's been a rough 3 weeks. If you've been with me for a while, you already know I've been talking about my father-in-law was ill, and they had given him a max of 3 months, and he didn't make it 3 weeks. Actually, more like 2. I think I don't know, I've lost track of time too, but I did print up a few pictures of the service itself. I did not take any pictures, obviously. I was sitting in the row here, but some other people took some pictures and shared them with me. They did the full military honors. He was a Marine long time ago, and so I thought that since someone had gotten pictures of them folding the flag, that I would include that. I know this is not something that maybe most people wouldn't share this on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I'm not most people. I have no idea. It's going in my journal, and so usually what goes in my journal I share with you. It's my daily things that happen in my life, and that is part of it. This was my mother-in-law being presented with the flag, and they were amazing. They played taps behind us. I lost it. Brought me back to my own dad's funeral. And anyway, taps is just hard to hear anyway. So let's see if I can get through the rest of this without tears. This was my father-in-law. This was taken several years ago, but it actually was taken at my mom's funeral. And this is my mother-in-law and him. And anyway, this is my husband. He always makes such quirky expressions. And one of my responsibilities was to get the video made that was playing during the visitation. My friend actually made it, but I was compiling photos. All the family was sending me photos, and I was forwarding them to her. And this was one of my favorite photos. This was taken, goodness, 8 years ago, maybe. We had gone camping up in North Alabama, close to Georgia, and had gone over to a state park. And my father-in-law was not silly all the time. He was one of those people that was kind of stoic, you know, and so he was being really silly this day, and you can see the expression on his face, and she's just giggling. There was more, you know, that we had, like one of him and my husband, but that one was included on the video. And so I'm gonna just kind of cut out pictures and chat. And I did not obviously take any pictures during the service or anything like that. I just didn't. There may have been people that did, and if they did, that's okay. I don't, you know, I certainly was not in the frame of mind to take pictures. So, I did not. These are some random pictures of, some family. We just left, and had breakfast with the remainder of the family that was in town still today. Some of them left out yesterday. And the ones that stayed yesterday, we went, and so this is all of them. And we went to Whataburger this morning, but we went yesterday, and I got some really cool things. We also went to, this was a really good picture of my mother-in-law. Oh, by the way, I got my hair cut short. Y'all, I have a tendency to do that before funerals. I did that right before, I mean, like the morning of my dad's funeral, and got it cut short. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, I like it. It's more comfortable. I was afraid, since I'm heavier, I've had my hair cut this short before, but I was afraid, I was thinner then, and I was afraid to get it cut short now because I'm heavier and it makes my face look rounder. But I said, screw it, it's hot. And so, anyway, what else was I going to show you? This was a picture of my mother-in-law and my husband and his brother. We did get that one before we went into the visitation. And this is my table full of squash, zucchini, and cucumbers. I'm so far behind in my garden. This was a bouquet of flowers that the clinic sent, my clinic family sent to me. And I won't bore you with cutting all of those out, but there was something else. Oh, I know what else I was going to show you. We went to an estate sale yesterday. Oh, this right here. Monday, he passed on Sunday. Monday, my niece came and helped me clean my mother-in-law's house to get ready for company. It had not been deep cleaned in a long time. And so we spent all day there helping her get the house ready. And I found this little piece of paper. It was just a note to himself about an appointment. And it's irrelevant what it is. It actually was something to do with a sleep study or his sleep machine. But it's his handwriting. And I'm going to put that in my notebook. If you have ever lost someone that you cared about, seeing their handwriting later on, to me, is a comfort. So I kept it. But we went, let's see, let me think who all went. My husband and I, and two of his aunts and one of the uncles, we went to an estate sale right down the street from my mother-in-law's house. We'd gone over and everybody was visiting. The ones who didn't leave yesterday morning, we went and said goodbye to everybody. And then there was an estate sale right up the street from his mom's house. And so I had noticed the sign, and then I ended up, some of my aunts they're up from South Carolina. So, anyway, they love to go thrifting and estate sales and antique stores and stuff. So I was like, yes, I'm here for that. We needed some sort of distraction. Now, my mother-in-law stayed home with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and, one of the other aunts and somebody else. Anyway, but I found an old book. This is this says 1933. It's, it's in already, we can say it's in rough shape, but to us, it's already halfway taken apart. So, that's good. I was going to see if I could find, it says 1920 copyright. It's a little smaller than what I would normally use, but I thought it was I think it was $2. So I went ahead and got it. My friend had brought me, the one that did the video, she had come by the other day, the day after I was cleaning my mother-in-law's house. I found out one of his aunts was going to stay with us. So I was trying to get my house ready, and so she came over and helped me a little bit, and she brought me some books. This is an old book, Beyond Treasure Valley. I don't know. She was a teacher. She used to have a lot of books. This is copyright 1950. It has some really, really cool illustrations in it. So this might be fun to make some ephemera. I don't know if I have you zoomed out too much, but look at the wagon, the horse and buggy kind of. Anyway, has some really cute, the wording. I love the big fonts. It was obviously a children's book, and I just thought it had some really cute illustrations. So she gave me that. She gave me this called Three Little Ducks, and this was 1980, remade 1990, I guess. But it's got some cute little pictures in it that might be fun. The words are big enough, they might be fun to use in the journal. But, and so she gave me Peter Rabbit, because, well, we all know I love rabbits. I love Beatrice Potter. And so you all know the story of Peter Rabbit. You don't have to see all the images, but you know, you have the rabbits in the garden, and those are some of my favorite things, right? Rabbits in garden. And so that one's cute. And Home for a Bunny. This looks like a mock-up of a golden book. I don't know. It's got somebody's address on it. United Way of Southern Mississippi. I don't know. It is made by Golden Book Kids. It doesn't have the gold foil, but it's made to look like it does. So it's obviously a remake of an old book. But yeah, copyright 1956, 61, renewed 84, 89. So anyway, it's probably from 89. But Home for a Bunny. Look at the little bunnies and that pretty butterfly. And well, I can't flip a page today to save my life. Look at all the cute little images in it. So, and the frog and the whatever that is. Oh, the groundhog. So, then this one, she gave me this. Miss Maple Seeds. I don't know when it's from. It's not old. But it has the cover. I like that front flap cover. Both of those have that on there. This will make a nice book cover. And then use some of the pages or use them for images. That one's cute. Her dancing in the rain. And so I thought that was cute. That was fun. I collect these old blue mason jars with the zinc lids on them. I mean, I don't care if they have the zinc lids on them. And you know, that's glass inside. Genuine Boyd's cap for mason jar. But it says Ball Perfect Mason. It's a number 5. I have an aunt that used to collect all the numbers. I haven't gotten that, you know, into it. But anyway, this I thought was fun. I found this at an antique store. We have a new antique store not too far from us. And so I had heard about it. And so we went. This is Tail the Donkey card game. It looks very old. It doesn't say how old, but you can tell it's old. And it's just a deck of cards that had the tail. I think I had this as a kid. And you had to put the pieces together, maybe. Like this. I can't remember. Yeah, and you got this piece. Maybe right here. So you had to collect all the pieces, because all of this is, the front side is the same. It says Russell Card Games Made USA, and it's a man pulling a donkey in the sunshine. So anyway, I thought they were super cute. And I thought those might be fun to use in a journal or a junk journal down the road. I do plan on making some actual junk journals someday. You know, someday. These are some scalloped edge biscuit cutters. I love old packaging. And, where does that, I can't read the, I can't read the tag where it says it was from. But it's got a whole set of biscuit cutters in it. I'm an antique junkie. Or vintage kitchen junkie, I should say. More than anything. So that. I got another loaf pan just because I needed it. It wasn't old. I just needed a loaf pan. And then this is... I had been making some sourdough, so this is a pan that you can make bread, like hoagie rolls and things in. I got that. It's not old either, but those were some of the things that I had on my wish list. And then I love the box. This is probably from the 60s or 70s. Look at the old box. It's an old Corel. It's just 4 white platters, but they called it a plate and a half by Corningware. Corel Livingware. Anyway, I thought it said contains 4 white plates. I bought this at the antique store. I just opened it. It was not even open. So I can't imagine somebody keeping that long without opening it. And then I got a pasta drying rack because in my brain, now that I have a bunch of eggs, I'm going to make some pasta one day. So that was a drying rack. That was from the estate sale. And this is a cookbook I have been wanting for a long time. Now, it's not perfect. It has the tape on it, which I'm not real thrilled about the clear tape. But this would be one. I may keep this in its current condition. Let me move that jar so I don't break it. It definitely needed to be glued together. It has this piece that helps you fold over the pages, but it's got so many, well, I'll get to in a minute, but I love the illustrations in it. I can't tell, but I think this is from the 50s. I'll have to look that up, but based on the colors, I would say the 50s. But it's got so many added in. Look at how they just added in little recipes here and there. Coffee cake and different breads and different quick breads and donuts and yeast breads. And this is flaky rolls and, I mean, just handwritten recipes. So this one I'm not going to turn into a journal. I think I'm going to keep this in my kitchen on display, but I want to use this. Exquisite coconut cake. And, oh, that page, I'm going to have to reinforce some of the holes. But this one also has a recipe taped in. But there's just tons of Nancy's Chicken and Chicken Jubilee and, oh, I just love this. So I was really happy to find it. I also was happy to find out that the lady that owns the new antique store is a vendor who I used to be in a shop with. I used to own my own antique store, and then I became a vendor again, and I closed it and then went back to being a vendor in another shop. And the last shop I was in, I met this lady. See, look at this page. It's got all kinds of stuff. Watergate salad, Impossible pumpkin pie. But they didn't completely cover the original page, and I love that. Pie crust. 1 cup flour, 1/3 cup mayo, 1 tablespoon of water. I did not know that's how you made a pie crust. Look at these index cards. Chess pie. Peppermint pie. And add raisins to applesauce pie. That's just tucked in there. Oh, strawberry pie. I don't make a lot of desserts other than zucchini bread, but I just thought this was fun to have. These are somebody's memories. I hate that, obviously this lady had passed and they were selling all her stuff, and she and I must have shared a soul, because so many of the things that she wanted, that she had, like the loaf pan and the pasta drying rack and the biscuit cutter still in the box. And she had a little canning section on her back porch. It was so cool. And I just really felt a connection with the lady that had passed in this estate sale. And so, anyway, oh, I love this. Look at this illustration. So, I'm going to keep it. And maybe she didn't have family. Maybe she didn't. But for whatever reason, her family did not want this stuff. And that makes me sad on one hand. But it makes me glad that I got it. Canned mandarin oranges. Using canned mandarin. And it's got this. I forgot what you call these things. But they help your papers to stay in the binders. But, or to help them, you know, close. And of course you can pop this and take the pages out. So like I said, I'm going to reinforce the pages a little bit. I will add some of my own stuff to it maybe, and then keep it. This will, like I said, have clear tape down the side. But this is Betty Crocker's new picture cookbook. And the cover's in pretty good shape. It could be from the 60s, but I really think this one's from like the 50s or late 50s. I'm going to look it up. I can't remember. But I love old cookbooks. So what I really love too is the old McCall cookbooks. I have 3 of them. I have a dark blue, a medium blue, and a turquoise blue. And there's another one of those that I want. And I can't remember which color it is. But there was a whole set of those that were put out over, you know, over decades. So anyway, I thought I would show you that stuff because I thought that was kind of cool. So, I also at the estate sale bought a garden bed that was full of soil that we have to go back today and get, darn it. Oh darn, we have to go back to the estate sale. And I imagine, since it started yesterday, I imagine they'll have stuff on sale today. So, hold on. Trying not to make too many clinking noises. Well, I lost my journal in that. Here we go. I lost my journal in that process. But I wasn't going to make this a long video. I just kind of wanted to pop in and try to... This is all about him being in the hospital. This was all about, well, that I feel guilty about doing now. I have not touched my journal since the last journal video. I haven't done any more pages. So this would be like the 6th, the 7th, the 8th. I will gather my thoughts a little bit better and try to come back and do some pages with you. And, you know, cut out my numbers and maybe get them, whichever ones I'm going to use. Because like I said, I was using some of my own. These were my own for June. And then this was the ones for February, from February and June, for June. Lydia at February and June, her Patreon printables for June. So if you haven't found her yet, go look her up on Instagram and YouTube. February and June is the name of her channel. But I think I'm going to stop here because I'm saying a lot. And I really thought that I might be able to get these on a page. Or some of these on their right pages. But I'm not there yet. It's not even been tomorrow will be a week. But I just wanted to pop on and say hi. And that I am, that, you know, I'm making my way back. And I had to, you know, obviously I wanted to spend as much time with family as I could. And do all the things. And then we had so much to do the week leading up to the service. And then, you know, he was so sick when we went to hospice on Father's Day. We had to put him in the facility on Saturday before Father's Day. And when we went back up there the Sunday of Father's Day, or on Father's Day, The nurse met us in the hallway and said he had declined rapidly overnight, or that morning. They had not called us yet, but they were about to. And they told us that it was nearing the end. And so we were able to be with him by his bedside right up until the end. And I watched him take his last breaths. And it was very hard. And I loved him like my own father. He was in my life longer, almost twice as long as my dad was in my life. And so, you know, he meant a lot to me. And as well as, obviously, to my husband and his brother and a lot of people, you know. And he was a well-respected man in the business community in our area. In his day, he had obviously retired. But this was his obituary photo. And I was honored to get to pick that out. And I chose this one because it just showed, it was a healthy picture of him. And it just showed his kind smile and his kind spirit. And he really was. He was very stern, very strict, very opinionated, had his own way of doing things. But most of the time he was right in the end. And, you know, I mean, he would tell you things and you might try to do them the other way and he was right anyway, you know. We do that with our parents a lot, right? They want to tell us how to do something. We want to do it our own way, and then we figure out they were right all along. But he was a very smart man, very good businessman. And he was hard but fair, I think, is the word I would say. The word I would use. This was, I was going to try to use this packaging, but I had to tear into it so fast. This was the flash drive that my husband had to run up and get really quick so that I could download the video and get it to the funeral home in time. Saturday was what day was the service? Thursday was the service. Wednesday was the day that everything had to be at the florist and the funeral home. Oh, I was going to show you, because he was into model railroad, and the siblings, his siblings, he was the oldest of 10. And did I not print that picture? I did not print the picture. I did get this picture. I wasn't really going to show it necessarily. I was just going to kind of tuck it in. This was her at the service. But I was going to show you the railroad. I have a better picture of it. It was a wreath that we put a railroad sign in. And it had a little train and track running around it. And it was really sweet. I have a better picture of it. I'll print it up. I thought I already did. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and say hi, and I'm still here. And I will, I'm going to try to play catch up. And we have a few things that we have to go do today. We have to go pick up my garden bed that I bought from that estate sale. My husband was cutting grass because he hasn't done that in a week either. And my garden has suffered for the last couple of weeks. So I think I'm going to go do all that and try to play catch up. I'm doing laundry. I'm doing all the things today. But I wanted to pop on here and say hi. And I miss y'all. And I will see you again very soon. Maybe tomorrow. And maybe I'll be in the right frame of mind to actually get some pictures in the journal. I thought I could today, but I can't. I just can't. I think after going through the pictures and printing them and cutting them up and everything, I just realized that was harder than I thought it was going to be. So anyway, bear with me. I will be back very soon. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I appreciate you being here. Thanks. Bye-bye. Have a great day, by the way. Bye.